Libra, sorry, nearly. Hi, Libra. Welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon, and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with as a reader. Remember, it is the Radiant Reality birthday sale. I have been in business for 8 years. Can you believe it? I am so happy, proud, grateful, stunned. I really am. It really wouldn't be possible without all of you. So I just want to say thank you so much for 8 incredible years. And here's to a whole bunch more. And I also wanted to say, with your, in regards to that, every year, I don't do Black Friday or any of that stuff. For the Radiant Reality birthday, I slash my prices. So if you want to bag yourself a bargain, get on that. You can see what you're getting and what the bargains are and discounts are on the community tab on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook if you have them. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all on our paths to our highest vibration, or you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. So you have the Devil card, right? So in all of these different areas of life, a little word of caution this week, right? Don't allow yourself to be convinced, or don't convince yourself that there is only one way to do something. This week you're gonna be shown where it is that you're either being too rigid, where it is that you're being too single-minded, or potentially where you are kind of giving into the lower or the basal sort of attributes of whatever it is that we're kind of looking at or talking about, right? So for your actions and options this week, you have the Queen of Swords. So you could be interacting with an air sign woman this week, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Since the Queen of Swords is your card, literally, right? I'm going to say this week, there is something that you are quite hard-headed about this week. Maybe that's because you feel that you know best. Maybe it's because you feel like you're in a position to, to kind of really be in that place of strength. And if that is the case, stick to your guns, absolutely. The options that are available to you this week are to fight for something. And if you feel that it's worth fighting for, if you feel that it's worth fighting over, my advice to you would be to go for it, okay? Like, you've got to dig in, and if you think this is the right way to go, come hell or high water, don't let anyone or anything stop you. That being said, if somebody does say to you, on this one, I think you're being a little bit hard-headed, we can't both be wrong, right? From the time somebody says the same thing to you that, another person does halfway across the globe, that's a message, okay? So you've got the King of Pentacles in your communications and conversations, a Capricorn man, very likely to feature for you this week in some way, shape, or form. This could be somebody that is quite helpful, somebody that is, potentially as well, maybe somebody who's quite forceful, right? This could be somebody who's like a little bit controlling, maybe very forceful, it was kind of like, my way or the highway kind of energy, right? So that's something that you do need to consider or to think about here in terms of moving forward. Your oh, come on, brain. When it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could be that there is some conversation around the money, the finances, or the resources of the costs of what it costs to study, right? So you might be having, you might be looking into this at this moment in time and deciding, actually, you know what, this isn't for me. For some of you, you might decide not to study because of the incredible amount of debt that is attached to it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, that King of Pentacles, especially because you've got the Devil card here and the Queen of Swords, there could be something that you really feel the need to fight for, and that King of Pentacles could be kind of saying, look, there's potentially going to be some kind of loss that you'll have to take here. So it really is a case of fight your battles wisely, right? You have to choose your battles wisely as well. This might not be the hill that you want to go to war on, all right? When it comes to, it's also possible as well that somebody could speak up on your behalf, and there might be a part of you that thinks, okay, yes, in one regard, I kind of get that maybe you were trying to do the best for me, but it's like they speak up on your behalf and they completely and utterly fucking bungle it. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I like this for your resources and for the resources that are available to you. I'm a little hesitant because it looks like potentially you waste money on something this week that is either not needed, not necessarily, or is superfluous. It's kind of like an ego spend. All right, so watch out for that. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, that King of Pentacles, in a lot of ways, if you're retired, the King of Pentacles is you enjoying the money, the wealth, the time, the freedom, everything that you've created for yourself, right? So I actually like this for that. Just be mindful of, a little bit of too much of a good thing and all of that. For your love and relations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. If there are sticking points this week in the relationship, it's likely to be about money, finances, and resources, and potentially about spendages. It looks like one of you is either dipping into your savings or wants to dip into the savings, and the other one is kind of like, no, this is not a wise move. You're going to have to talk it out, and I'll be honest, I feel like the one that is being slightly hard-headed this week, so watch out for that. If you are single, it's possible that you're connecting with somebody. There's two ways that this will go. One, you could connect with somebody who's quite sort of just going to call a spade a spade. They could be quite materialistic, and you could be a bit like, okay, like everybody likes good things, but enough is enough. Like it's a bit too much. And on the other side of this could also be somebody whose financial situation is up shit's creek without a paddle, and you're kind of in a space where you're like, okay, you're really nice, but I don't know if I want to be with somebody whose finances are in the gutter like that. Like, don't get me wrong, we all have moments when we're down on our luck or the chips are down or whatever, but this seems to be something more than that. All right, and then remember, the Reydiant Reality birthday sale is open, so I slashed my prices. You're going to see anyway on all of the posts that I put up on YouTube community tab, on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, you'll see. Trust me, I slashed my prices. I want to make sure that it's worth it for you guys. The sale is open for 48 hours and only for 48 hours because obviously I appreciate that I have people on all sides of the globe that are watching. For your money and materials, you've got the Seven of Cups. There's something that you are unclear of here. And there is potentially an overspend, an overindulgence, maybe putting too much money into something that isn't sort of really worth it. So you do need to be mindful of how you proceed here, all right? I just want you to really exercise or err on the side of caution, as they say. For your physical health and vitality, the Seven of Cups tends to show up as like your reproductive system. I am going to say if you're out there being sexually active, more power to you, have fun, do your thing. But be careful because this week there's a possibility that you could come back with something more than just a smile on your face. All right. So just you listen. If you've been with me long enough, right, you know how I am. I'm going to give it to you 100. For those of you that are new to my channel, if you're, sitting there clutching your pearls, listen, if you want it light and fluffy all the time and you don't want me to give you the real of how life is, this is not the channel for you, honey. Exit stage left, okay? For when it comes to your home and environment, the Seven of Cups, it could be that the overspendage actually is coming from the home this week. And that would make a lot of sense with the other cards that are present. There seems to be an opposition in what's a good idea and what's a bad idea when it comes to the money, the finances, and the resources. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.